Andrew Douglas and Paddy O'Carney have come together under the Local Heroes banner to try and open an urban farm which can supply local restaurants with fresh food and create jobs. It's vital that they start planting out food on the roof shortly in time for the growing season and their launch in 3 weeks' time. They've made a call out for volunteers to help carry 15 tonnes of soil to their rooftop and get their planting underway. It's a make or break day for this project.
There's nobody here at the moment. We'll see what happens.
As soon as the soil arrives, we're hoping a few people will come down.
It's going to be one of those days. Where are you? Where are you? Urban Farm needs help. Where are you?
Great. You found this easy enough, yeah? Don't know how happy I am to see dirt. Let's get our hands dirty. Basically, we got to shift it up to the top of the stairs through manual labour. It's good to have you on board. That's just 6 tonnes. There is 15 tonnes arriving, so there'll be 3 truckloads. We have 10 volunteers. That's probably about 1.5 tonnes per person to get up the stairs today. So I hope they had a good breakfast this morning.
Well, I've been on board with the project since day one. Paddy's a neighbour of mine. It's kind of an internship that I did with Paddy. He gave me the opportunity. I was unemployed at the time, so it was mutually beneficial. How are you keeping, Dave? Are you flagging it?
Excellent. It's actually going really well. We've got 2 of the bags more or less empty and up on the 3rd floor. Hard work, back to shoveling.
Pretty wrecked, like I'd say we're probably about halfway through it now, I hope. Maybe more.
I'm very wrecked. I've been sweating, but hopefully a few more hours to the end of it.
Well, I've been out of work. Get involved in the community is something I've always been interested in. Really happy that we came down. This is amazing. It's going to be a fantastic space.
Fair play, everybody. Fair play to you. Well done. You've got to cry. Good stuff.
Now that the urban farm has soil, they can get busy planting vegetables and, most importantly, the 160 varieties of potatoes that the Boxy House now want.
A few pots essentially to fill up with a bit of soil now that we have it, and just the potatoes to put into the systems. Pretty damn confident about it.
We got a bit of work to do, but I think Padraig's going to be delighted with the results when he sees them, you know.
It's just 8 days before the urban farm's launch. Pádraig O'Gallagher's 160 varieties of potatoes have to be planted now. Pádraig is on his way up to the rooftop to see what progress has been made.
Well, it's about a month ago since I met the guys.
Andrew. Hey, Padraig.
How are you? It should be practically ready. That's what I'm hoping to see today. Real progress. I don't see anything yet. I know it's 4 weeks, guys, but I don't see anything.
Well, we're a little bit behind, you know.
How are you going to do this? I'm not walking in there.
This is the potato plot here.
Really?
What we're doing with this, what we're doing is we have a blocked up drain here. So basically we're going to open this up, and this is going to be our rain catchment area.
It's a lot to do.
Certainly there is a lot to do. We've managed to get our hands on 320 water cooler bottles. The base bottle is basically a reservoir, and the top bottle sits on top of him.
I need to be able to bring some people up here and show them this thing, and show them what you're doing for the city.
The fact of the matter is that, like, it's not going to be completely finished.
What are they going to see here?
They're going to see 160 different types of potatoes in upcycled planters.
So that's basically going to be these here.
That's
with
these guys
nothing
here.
in them. Over here, then you've got all.
That's the 60 barrels, 2,700 grow sites.
So in 3 weeks, I'll have lettuce for the restaurant.
You certainly will, yeah.
Because you're on my new menu.
Yeah, oh, great.
So, yeah, it's gone to print. No, joking aside, guys, it is 8 days. It's quite a challenge. I don't see how 2 guys can do it. One's working, trying to fund the thing as well. Maybe they've taken on too much. I want to see results.
1 week later and the weather has changed. The later growing season means that the guys don't have their plants for the rooftop, and despite their promises to Pádraig, they have to make a difficult decision.
So myself and Andrew have decided to cancel a launch for this Friday, for the following Friday, which is a bit of a pain. The problem is that we've gone from winter to summer in the space of a week or so. There's a major urgency to plant as soon as possible. Employment as well is a key issue here, generating jobs for people such as myself. If enough time and money and energy is invested into projects like these, we can take people off the dole and make something worthwhile of it.
The lads have bought themselves a week, and with the arrival of the Roof Gardens plants, the pressure is really on the 2 guys to get planting.
There's 3 or 4 different varieties of lettuce. There's chili peppers, there's asparagus, cucumbers, courgettes. The race is really on now, getting these guys up and growing within the next 48 hours. It all starts now, really, I suppose.
We've got most of our raised beds prepped and ready to go. So basically we're just kind of doing a quick tidy up, getting rid of materials and things that we aren't going to use, and then basically just setting it up in such a way that it's swept down, cleaned down.
Before they can start planting, Paddy and Andrew need to keep their chickens away from the plants.
Come here, you little destroyer of plants, you eater of seedlings. Hey.
All of their hard work seems to be taking its toll.
Things aren't finished off, you know, and we have this deadline looming in a few days. So tensions are high at the moment. I feel like a headless chicken myself. We're not talking.
Why is that?
Is the coop finished so that they will stay in there?
Yeah, it is.
So they can't fly out of the coop anymore?
Well,
they
can escape to some degree, yeah.
Yeah, they can't escape, dude. They can't escape.
We're like an old married couple. We're just a bit stressed out about various different things.
So at 6 o'clock in the morning when the chickens get up, who's going to stop them from eating everything that's planted out?
They stay in the coop till about, say, 8 or 9 o'clock, then we drag them into the boxes.
You're basically saying that they can escape from there?
They can escape to some degree. I need to
Not to some degree. I asked you, did you want chicken wire to box them in?
I do with a bit of chicken wire, yeah.
All right, well, then buy some chicken wire.
Okay. And that's how a pro does it. Have fun.
On top of everything else, the urban farmers now have to get out into the city and spread the word about their important business launch.
I'm a bit worried that we won't have the number of people that we want showing up on the day. Hello. Hi. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to call into a few of the local businesses, bars, restaurants around the area.
All right. See you on Friday.
See you then, sir. Thank you very much. To make them aware of the fact that there's an urban farm in the area and also to invite them to the launch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
No,
looking forward to it.
I'm going around inviting a few local businesses up to the roof itself for us to introduce ourselves to the business community itself and kind of explain what we're doing. Basically, we're asking some of the businesses, some of the restaurants to come up on Friday.
There has been so much work to get that rooftop finished. First impressions count. I've made a lot of phone calls, I've sent out a lot of emails, I've cold called a lot of businesses in the local area. I'll see you on Friday.
Okay.
As I say, it's not in my hands anymore, you know.
It's the launch day, an important day for the urban farmers. The guys are hoping the local business community show up, but they still haven't finished planting out the roof. The pressure is on, big time.
Hello, Andrew Douglas. It's a big hectic and stressed day today. It's the accumulation of all the past few weeks' work.
Luckily, Andrew has a new volunteer close at hand.
Hey, Boo. Hey, beautiful. It's my daughter, Lily. Lily, do you want to give me a hand over here? We'll plant some stuff out. I have an 11-year-old daughter, Lily. For her to be farming her own produce, it's certainly something that a lot of her school friends aren't doing. The idea of what we're doing here and the concept of the urban farm will stay with her for the rest of her life.
I mean, we're cutting it pretty damn close. Obviously, we want it looking lovely for Joe and stuff, for him to get the full kind of wow factor. We only have a couple hours left. I hope we're going to be ready.
It's a race against the clock, it certainly is. We have about 3 hours to go. I think we're down to about 1,200 plants to be planted out at this stage, so I've got to stop talking to you guys and start doing some planting.
Ironically, while this is the Local Heroes project that's closest to home, it's the one I'm least optimistic about. My abiding image of the urban farm is being up on a very, very cold, windswept roof. But two lads were full of ideas. Whether they can turn those ideas into real results remains to be seen. Hey, my God, fair play. It's the same roof. Brilliant. Look at this. Fair play, you know. Well done.
This is all the different potatoes we're growing. 160 different types of heirloom potatoes that we're going to be growing.
Everyone is different.
Every single one is different. These are all the broad beans, sugar, snap peas.
Courgettes behind you there.
Courgettes, pumpkins. Of course, you know, everything is upcycled and recycled.
Yeah. It's done a great job, you really have. I recognise these as well from downstairs.
We've got some broccoli sprouts here as well.
And they're walking away, aren't they?
And the barrel towers they were working on the last time he came up, like, this is them completed, basically.
Fair play to the lads. I think they have taken an idea from a very, very low level and brought it to this height against the odds. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year! I think today you'll agree we have found two great local heroes. I would lift them up on my shoulders, but we're already high enough. I think it's a fantastic achievement. I really do.
Well, thanks to the volunteers as well, to everybody involved, people supporting us.
Also to the local community and all the local businesses. We asked them could they help us out. They saw our vision and they helped build it. I'm going to start crying. Yeah.
Well done. Fair play. 2 weeks ago, this place was like a battlefield. Today it's completely changed. I've got my 160 different varieties of potatoes here. A lot of old Irish potatoes here growing on a rooftop in the centre of Dublin. Hasn't happened since before the famine. They said they would. They came through. I'm a happy camper and fair play to the guys. Fair play.
I've never seen anything like this anywhere in the country. They're taking gardening to new heights. It's fresh, it's new, but as the summer goes on, these crops will grow, people will come up here and they're going to be hugely impressed, so fair play to them.
It seems like a number of the local businesses are already impressed.
I'm delighted to see green shoots coming up and it's finally coming to life. You can see they've put a lot of effort in and it's great to see so many of the materials that are recycled. It's just really positive, you know.
This is fantastic. We have supplied leftover scrapings from vegetables. That has gone to start growing all these vegetables, which will be supplied back to us. Can't wait, and congratulations to the two of them. It took a lot of effort, and isn't that what heroes are all about?
Here we are now in the centre of Dublin. The next bit of greenery is the Phoenix Park.
Give it a few more weeks and the whole place will be growing out and the bloom will be going on. It's going to look amazing. Now that we've built the farm, we'll be able to sustain 1 or 2, 3 people in employment.
It's a springboard for kind of developing other projects and allowing the city to actually see the waste of space, the waste of so many resources that were just thrown away. We really, really want that to change.
It's a good day.
Congratulations. It's really nice. Fair play.
Thank you very much, Phil.
Fair play to the two of you. Seriously.
Cheers.
It really has got off the ground, this urban farm on the roof in the centre of Dublin, against the odds. You're also looking at employment. This is a job, hopefully, or more than one job. So we're back to the basic idea here, which is real work for people and real employment with a genuine return, which we've got here today.
The Local Heroes campaign calls on individuals to come together and help create and sustain jobs in their area. Local Heroes is about the simple fact that we can all do something to help our local economy. We'd still like to hear from people who are doing something to improve their village, town or community. So get in touch and email joe@rte.ie.